you gonna put these in one of your model videos?
Yep. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. This time I have something a little different, though definitely model related. I've featured a couple of museum tours on this channel, and I've long been a fan of museum models and displays. The Bruce County Museum, located in Southampton, Ontario, Canada, has all sorts of great models on display, including this excellent SE-5 fighter that was flown by a local man in the First World War. But I think the most spectacular model they have is this multi-level automated railroad. And this is not just some random HO scale train equipment on generic scenery. Nope, this is a scale reproduction of the railway that once operated in the area. The model builders, known as the Bruce County Museum Railway, have accurately recreated a rail line and most, if not all, of the associated structures that were built and used by three successive railroads starting way back in the 1800s. This would have meant an incredible amount of research, planning, and scratch building, especially scratch building. But luckily for them, a few of these structures still exist in one form or another. The display itself is an impressive piece of design in model railroad engineering. The computer-controlled train passes through several window boxes containing a diorama of each town along the actual route of the Canadian National Southampton subdivision, as it would have appeared in the 1950s. Since these are on three different levels, the train uses two helixes on a continuous journey ending in Southampton, Ontario. Once it reaches the end of the line, the train uses a reverse loop to journey back again. This operation is completely automatic and well beyond my understanding of how something like this needs to be wired, although I did read that some 50 circuit boards were used when making the railroad. This layout is special to me because as a kid, I spent part of my summers at a cottage in Southampton. Although the last train left the subdivision long before I was born, I was always fascinated by the rails and the structures that remained in the little town. Especially so when my mother told me that she remembered taking the train to the town to spend her summer there when she was a little kid. Back then, I was really into model trains. My dad and I built a modest 9x5 railroad. Okay, let's be honest. He built the railroad and he wired it and made sure the track all worked. I just assembled and painted the locomotives and train cars and buildings. And we both sucked at making scenery. But we always dreamed about one day making a railway set in this area. Unfortunately, we never got around to doing it. Well, today, little remains of the old railway. The main line is now a well-maintained rail trail, which is an excellent bike ride. The last remaining furniture company still makes furniture and sells housewares. That wonderful little train station, originally built by the Grand Trunk Railroad, is now someone's home. And the 1800s railroad dock is simply a pile of rocks and cribbing slowly eroding at the beach. Most of those who now visit the area would not know what these structures are or how they were once related, except that some very dedicated and extremely talented model builders have done their part to preserve and celebrate this era in rail transportation, and I think they've done an incredible job. I hope you liked the video as much as I like this model railroad. See you next time.